Hi, this week we're going to be doing a bit of a continuation from last week's video where we showed how soap can cause an emulsion between oil and water. But this week we're going to be using recycled materials from our own kitchen, fat drained from a George Foreman grill over the course of several weeks, to make our own soap. But before that, roll the intro. Here we have our leftover cooking fat. This fat, however, has a large amount of solid material floating inside of it, which needs to be removed. The first step for this is to heat it in order to allow it to flow more easily. To allow for an even heating, this will be done in a small water bath over a gas burner. We heat the fat up to 50 degrees Celsius and then remove it from the heat. We are now going to run it through a gravity filtration through a coffee filter. This took quite a while to do, and we had to change out the filter for a fresh one during this process to allow it to reach completion. After this, we were left with 66 millilitres of chunkless fat. In order to make soap, this needs to react with a base. So, the next step is to measure out 8 grams of sodium hydroxide. This is then dissolved in 20 millilitres of distilled water. This process is very exothermic and jumped near immediately to 75 degrees Celsius. Before mixing this in with our fat, we allowed it to cool to around 50 degrees Celsius. It's now time to combine our fat and base. As we pour in our sodium hydroxide solution, we see the immediate formation of a precipitate. If you'd like an in-depth explanation of what's happening chemically in this reaction, we suggest an excellent video by Niall Red, linked at the top of the screen. This mixture now needs to be slowly stirred for the next half an hour. Now that it has been stirred thoroughly, we see it has formed a thick gloop. While stirring, we also added some lavender essential oil, so we didn't end up with pork scratching scented soap. We now pour our soap mixture into some R2-D2 moulds to cure. The curing process can take up to a week to reach completion, depending on the composition of the oils. We took a look at it the following day to check in on its progress. It's by no means fully cured at this stage. However, it's clearly making good progress, and I'm pretty confident that this mixture will fully cure into bars of soap. And that does sadly bring us to the end. We are going to intend to try and look at this in Wednesday's vlog episode to see if the soap has fully cured by that point. But please do join us next week, where we're going to be trying to what make a disappearing, reappearing painting. But more on that at the time. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Please do share, like and subscribe, and carry on learning. Bye.